Hello, nice to see you again. Last time we talked about Mahjong history and the different kinds of equipment and tiles. In this video, you'll know how the game is played in China, and many would argue that this is the right version to play, but it's hard to convince people about this statement since each country have already implemented their own version of the game. If you have recognized the different usage of tiles, then it's be much easier for you to understand the game rules. There are 4 win tiles in each set, meaning there are 4 players needed to play the game. Before knowing their proper seat, the 4 win tiles will be placed facing downwards and will be shuffled. After doing so, the players will now pick one tile which will then determine their seating. The players will sit according to their drawn tile, and the position will be in clockwise order: north, west, south, east. The player who starts the game sits on the east, which makes him or her scores double, but also pays double on the second round. The position will also then change when one of the following happens. When the players who sits in the east went out on the previous round, then there will be no need to change positions. It will stay the same for the other round. If the other players went out except the player on the east, then the player's position will rotate anti-clockwise. Before we start playing the game, we need to build a wall, then break the wall. Before building a wall, tiles are being shuffled facing down. Please note that Mahjong played in Chinese version don't normally use flowers and seasons. The shuffling of the tiles is a ritual called the twittering of the sparrows. After doing so, each player will now pick 34 tiles and position them in a wall, 2 tiles high and 17 tiles long. All tiles with a longer length should be placed face down and should be arranged from the left to right, lying in front of the player. The tiles will be then pushed together, forming a square that symbolizes the Great Wall of China. It is being said that corners should not have any gaps to keep the evil spirits away. Breaking the wall. After successfully building your wall, it's now time to break it. The player seated on the east gets a chance to be the first one to throw the dice, and will be followed by the next player. The rotation will be anti-clockwise. When the count ends on the dice, it is now time to break the wall. We use sum of 2 dice to decide where to start breaking the wall. In the picture, we got sum of dice at 12, so we start breaking wall after 12 on north wall from player east. After the players take rounds on breaking the wall, 4 tiles will be given on each of the player in turn as the rule states. It all still starts with the player who sits on the east, followed by another player following the anti-clockwise rotation. It will continue until all players got themselves 12 tiles each. Tiles colored oranges belong to east, green ones belong to south, yellow ones belong to west, and blue ones belong to north. These are colors for illustration. Real Mahjong doesn't have those colors. After that, it also continues in the same direction. The tiles that are dealt to east are the first and the third tiles on the top row. See 2 orange tiles in the picture? The rest of players south, west, north took others. The first tile on the bottom row is for the player on south, the next tile on the top row to west, and next lower tile to north. The deal will now be completed. East finishes with 14 tiles, while the other players have 13 tiles each, less than East players. In reality, people won't call their own seat east, west, north, or south. Usually, they just randomly pick one with dice as player 1, then start from there. We have talked about preparation of the game. Next time, we'll talk about the main part of the game, how to play tiles. Want to know more? Subscribe to the channel. See you next time.